Another commentary real quick. I just want to show like how it's gotten, and many people can say that, oh well, social media isn't real and stuff like that, but there is some truth behind, even if these women are showing out on social media for the sake of showing out on social media, there is some truth behind it. You know what I mean? Um, so there was a question asked to me in my email. Someone asked me, well, who hurt you? Okay. To answer that person's question, nobody hurt me. No woman hurt me. I never allowed a woman to even get that far to hurt me. If you have a father who fought in guerrilla warfare, he not only understands the physical aspect of fighting, he also understands the mental and the psychological aspect of fighting, and he passes that down especially to his sons, since his sons are more or less so going to be the ones who are going to have to be out in the world and be fighting in the world for their keep, fighting for their resources, fighting for their education, fighting for a standard of life which will be conducive to raise a morally upright family, right? So even before a woman had the chance to hurt me, I already looked at the red flags and I dipped and I cut them loose. You know what I mean? So it's not about who hurt me. It's about who was trying to hurt me, more or so. Hurt me financially, hurt me spiritually, hurt me emotionally, hurt me mentally. But I never allowed that to happen, right? So, one may argue that you you're not going to get anybody or this, that, and the other, but I can, like, it's not my job to convince anybody, but I think in previous videos I've shown how easy it is for me to, like, you know, if the time were to permit, how easy it would be for me to take my passport and hop on a plane and basically just be outro. And the thing is like it's not that difficult, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of putting together the resources so you can have something that's going to work out for you, that you can go to and fro. I don't want to talk about my vision. I'd rather demonstrate my vision, the vision I have, So I'm not going to talk about it that much, But I'm just going to leave the key words to and fro. And two is usually going to consist of a submissive woman who's going to be an asset to me and not a liability. I'll tell you that. Now, when it comes to dealing with a modern woman, you must understand something. You can do nothing right for her. Feminism has told you that you ain't shit. Feminism has told you that all guys are losers. Feminism has told you that all men are basically no good. Even outside of feminism, they have they have painted this picture, right? But you're going to see women on social media who complain about good men and things like that. Now, these same women who are saying men ain't shit are the same ones who are getting ran through by the men who don't want them. They're the same ones that will drop the draws for, uh, the guy who just, I don't know, like, the guy who ain't shit in their eyes. The reason why they say men ain't shit is because of the simple fact that um that's what they want to deal with. They want to deal with that type of man for the most part, because unfortunately it probably runs in their family a lot of the time. And even if it doesn't run in their family, the social media has a pretty strong influence on them. And also the circle of friends they keep has a strong influence on them. But let's go ahead and look at what happens when you starve women of like what they think that they deserve. That's what usually happens, is that they get mad, they act out of emotion, and due to the fact that these emotions come out, some weak men are compelled to cater to their emotions, but they really shouldn't do so. But let's go ahead and look at it. Let's see what happens.
When you go on a date with somebody and you almost immediately know it's not a match, but knowing it's not a match doesn't mean you're not going to have fun. You know what I mean when I say fun.
We know exactly what she means.
Yeah, the cock carousel, like the cock carousel. And let that be in mind, guys, that, I don't want to say it's like, I'm not going to say it's prostitution. I'm not going to say that. But just let it be known that when you're going out, which is why I don't date, believe me, when I say I got shoebox, I'm not going to talk too much. I really don't want to talk too much about my personal things, because, that gets you in trouble. But when there's a song by Gilly the Kid that he made, and he talks about shoebox money. So that's the vision in my head that I usually keep, shoebox money. But anyhow, just keep in mind that when you go out with a woman, right? Just understand that, you're in essence just paying to play. Look at it as a business transaction. Don't look at it as something that's going to go long term, because that no longer exists in the dating world. Just look at it as a business transaction. If you must mess with a married woman, if you or if you must mess with a Western woman, that's it. Go ahead.
That's why the number gets so damn high.
So you leave the evening feeling good. You're 100% certain you will never speak to or see this person again, but you feel good about your night. And then the next day hits, and the person that you know you'll never see again hasn't reached out. And
you ever notice something about a lot of these modern women? Like, you ever notice how they don't even sound like women anymore? Like, they kind of have like some bass in their voice because they have taken on like masculine spirits. You ever notice that? Am I tripping, or am I telling the truth? Let me know in the comment section. But yeah, man, listen to what she says next.
Some god-forsaken reason, it is really damaging your ego.
This is why you don't chase them.
So, look, listen to what she said again.
Hits, and the person that you know you'll never see again hasn't reached out. And for some god-forsaken reason, it is really damaging your ego.
This is why you don't chase them. They may not want you, but they don't want you to reject them either. Women can be very selfish.
And you can identify that this isn't the healthiest thing, because you yourself said you were never going to see this person again. But the fact that they didn't reach out, the fact that they didn't want to ever see you again, it fucks with you. It's fucking with me. Yeah, sure, I did. I don't want to see you again, but I really would have liked the validation that you enjoyed my company. And I just know I'm not alone in that. I know other people have felt this way before.
So you see, with this being said, guys, you have to understand something, that even when a woman doesn't want you, even when a woman doesn't care less for you, even when a woman doesn't like you, she still wants you. She still wants your power. She still wants your like your, how should I put it, your dignity. She still wants those things. Like, and so it's your job not to give her those things. It's your job to push a hard line. You know what I mean? It's your job to basically not be a sucker. That's what it really comes down to, guys. You can't let them push that line and you fall circle for that line. As a matter of fact, what you should be doing is disrespecting that line. You know what I mean? And just going against the grain. That's what you have to do.
I'm glad she admitted that, because stuff like this
Is the best fun thing in the world because I'm alone in that. I know other people have felt this way before. I'm kind of done acting like the single lifestyle is the best fun thing, and I know other people have felt this way before.
I'm glad she admitted that, because stuff like this can really mess up her mind.
A few moments later.
I'm kind of done acting like the single
Devil in a red dress, right?
lifestyle is the best fun thing in the world because don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's great, there are perks, but I want consistency in my sex life. I do not want to go another week not.
Well, what she wants is just I want to keep it PG-13. She wants a whatchamacallit buddy. She wants a it's a term we have in Creole. She wants a poku buddy. Yeah, she wants a porku buddy. And so, you know, she doesn't necessarily want a relationship. Really, this woman has been so damaged so much that what she wants is just to get her back blown out by someone who's gonna give her like mind-blowing sex. You know what I mean? Like, that's what she wants on a consistent basis. She doesn't necessarily want like commitment. She doesn't necessarily want those things. Just keep that in mind, though. You know, keep that in mind. You know.
Knowing if I will get laid. I want to just get laid all the time by someone I know will provide for me. That's all.
Whenever you see those "I'm single, I'm happy" types of videos, it's always fake.
So glad.
It is fake. You know, but keep in mind when she says she's single and stuff like that, a woman's definition of single is that she is not like having any kind of commitment to any guy, but at the same time, Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray all get to have fun on the all get to take aboard, like they all get to come aboard the whole train. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind when she says she's single. You know, mostly Belejo and Denejo women do this, as well as westernized Latin women and Asian women too. Keep that in mind.
Be single. Why it's great to be single on Valentine's Day. Nobody knows how many chocolates you ate.
Most women don't want to be single.
Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit of a downer.
Okay, here goes the crocodile tears. Here we go.
Sorry. But people in relationships need to stop telling single people to enjoy this time while they're single.
But you ladies always make videos talking about how much you love being single.
Date yourself. I've been dating myself now for 6 years.
Keep in mind that she wasn't dating herself for 6 years. In those 6 years, every Chad that was around the block had a turn. Okay. And keep in mind as well, when let's say if a guy does take her up and says, okay, I want to be with you and stuff like that, please keep in mind that she will not be satisfied with that guy. Please keep that in mind.
This doesn't mean that she had no fun for 6 years, if you know what I'm talking about. Do I somewhat feel bad about this? Yeah, maybe.
I don't feel bad about it at all, and you shouldn't either, Adam.
But we still have to remember, a lot of times, they did this to themselves.
Most of the times they did that to themselves. Because you have to understand something. Like, there's that J. Cole song, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me one time, and another time, shame on them. Something like that. It was on J. Cole's song called No Role Models. But anyhow, once a woman gets hurt one time, that should be enough to say, okay, I made a mistake. I subjected myself to that hurt. Let me get out of here. But they won't do that. They just they won't do that. It's crazy because I actually remember this. This happened a while back. But there was this one girl, right? And she had like this no good nigga. Like he was a no good nigga. He was like what you call like a Pookie Ray Ray type Belejo, right? So, beating, like hitting her and stuff like that. They had a kid together and things like that. Her father, she didn't let her father even put hands on the guy for hitting her and stuff like that. Like, and on the flip side, there was a man who was like having his stuff together. Job was in order. Everything in his life had a good trajectory. And he liked her, right? But she didn't pay him the time of day. And again, she had a kid with the Pookie, right? So just always keep this in mind, guys.
I don't know if that's her case. I'm just speaking in general.
Almost 7.
You don't even see any tears coming out of her face. That's the crazy thing. You don't even see no tears coming out.
I have fun by myself. I know it makes me happy. I like to go get my nails done. I like to go shopping. I like to go hiking by myself.
Keywords. What you're going to be paying for if you take her on. You're going to be paying for her shopping habits, and you're going to be paying for her nail habits as well. And that's why she's crying, because she's tired of paying for these things herself.
I like to do crap by myself.
And ladies, if you keep taking your husbands for granted, this will be you. The older you are, the harder it's going to be to replace them.
And I'm not old right now, I'm still an old head though. You feel me? Like, I'm in my 20s, but I'm still an old head, meaning my mentality is that of like an old head. Not to brag about myself, but even when I was like, let's say I was like 17, people said, damn, you think like you're 30 something years old, because of where we were at. It forced you to grow up quick. You feel me? So this is how it goes, And what I want to add to this is the sad thing is these older women, like, they get older physically, but they never mature. They never ever mature. They stay in their same frame of mind. And as a matter of fact, they get worse when they get older most of the time. They get worse.
I would love more than anything to come home to somebody and just lay in the bed with them and watch a show. Have a partner. Have somebody I could depend on. Someone who's not going to cheat on me. So please stop telling us that.
I'm not making this video to make fun of this young lady. I'm only showing this video, guys, to show you what can happen to women who play games.
I know this does not just happen to me. But ladies, do you guys...
Now keep in mind though, most women, like a lot of women who do this, a lot of women have like a lot of makeup on that enhance them. And when they say get dolled up, like she's about to say, what she means is that the makeup factor also plays a role in her getting, in like her feeling a certain way about herself.
ever get the urge to just get dolled up and you don't even have anybody look good for anywhere to go, but you get dolled up, and then in the moment that you finally finish and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like...
It's sad that like Latin women have became like this, because if you talk to a Latin, like even this one old head Latin dude I know, he even said, yeah man, get you a traditional Latino woman. But he said it's going to be hard to come by in the United States. And it's sad that they became this way because their parents weren't that way. You know, like most Latin, like if I like, you know, maybe visit like one of my gym mates' house or something like that, you know, their parents aren't like this. Like their parents didn't, you know, but unfortunately the kids, you know, they don't follow their parents' ways.
Damn, like I'm really that good. Those are the moments you wish you had someone so that they could also be like, damn.
Those are the moments she wishes she can have someone. So I mean, in essence, she wants, you know, the head honcho, but the head honcho don't want her.
That's my baby. Cause like that's all I want right now.
So there you have it, guys. Just more of the same shit, you know. You know, it never fails to just see these women just telling on themselves more and more, and then they get upset with us. Like especially they get upset with me, just calling them out and showing what they do. Like this is stuff they do. Like we don't do this. Like that's the thing. Like they are compelled to do these things on their social media themselves. Like, so why are you getting mad when we're just like showing what they do on social media? You can't get mad. For real. Like, what the hell? But let me know what y'all think about this, man. Fula signing out. I'm Jarama. Like and subscribe.